Shit.
God. All right, well, I guess on to the next thing, and this is gonna be Aaron's favorite segment of
I've
today's show.
been itching.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Marvels are projected to flop. Which, by the way, I know your caption here says 75 to 80, but it's looking more like 50 to 75.
Those is flash numbers, bro.
Yeah, it's really bad out there, and I'd actually like what
you're right.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
I want to fix it because I want to.
No, it's fine. Fix it. But in the meantime, while you're fixing it, yeah, it's not good out there. But it's very interesting because Disney did something very funny recently. They put out a new trailer, and in the trailer, if you guys don't want to know anything about the Marvels because you're gonna go see it when it comes out, don't watch this anymore. But you're not gonna do that. There was a part in the recent trailer where she's like, "Oh, I called a friend," and then the Bifrost comes out of nowhere, and then it doesn't show you who's in the Bifrost. What do you think Disney did to make people believe that who that person would be? Who do you think they want people to believe it is?
I would think it's Thor.
Right? I would think it's Thor. Right? It's not
Thor.
Right? It's not. It's probably Valkyrie or like some B-level character that got. Yeah.
MCU. Let's go, baby.
You're not gonna call a man to help
to do a woman's
three
job.
women.
That's right.
That's right.
You're definitely never gonna do it. Ever.
Oh, this is getting toxic so fast already, and I'm here for it.
No, I'm just saying within the realm of the movie.
Yeah.
No,
they're not gonna make them call onto a man. Like even Nick Fury's in this movie, and he is like, a sideline dude. Like
right.
it's not about you, bro. Sit down.
Bro.
We got three powerful women going up another powerful woman. Like, yeah, bro. MCU for real.
But here's like the and like I guess we'll just get into. I'm not gonna get into the story and like the leaks and all that stuff, but like there's like a big part of this movie that when something happens has like a bigger interconnecting part of the entire overarching story that I feel like a lot of other movies haven't had, and it's still gonna flop. It's still gonna flop.
I mean, it's sad if that's the case. It's all right though.
Oh right, this is funny. Tom Hiddleston's wife is the villain. In case you were all wondering who that was.
God Almighty.
Oh, yeah. That's his wife who plays the bad girl.
She's the one that has the bangle and
that's Ronan's people, man.
Ronan's peoples.
That's Ronan's people.
Is it the Kree?
Sure, that's what you want to call them.
All right, Aaron. So how do you feel about the Marvel's projected opening weekend? How do you feel? Are you gonna go?
Listen.
First of all, are you going to see it opening week?
No, I'm not gonna see it.
You're not. All right, you're not. You're gonna see when it comes on Disney Plus.
Correct. I'll watch it on Disney Plus.
He's gonna DC fan this one. He gonna DC fan this one.
Listen, I'll admit I didn't watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3 until it came out on Disney Plus. Like I literally had no desire to watch the movie. It is what it is.
Guardians 3 was good though.
It was great.
It was a good movie.
I saw it and it was fantastic.
Guardians 3 was good, except for Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock.
Trash.
This is Marvel's problem, and why obviously the Marvels are probably projected to have as low as a first opening weekend as they're gonna have is that they're not drawing me to the theater. You know what I did instead of seeing Guardians of the Galaxy 3? A week or two later, I went and saw Spider-Verse. That's what I did. I used my money there and not on that.
And Across the Spider-Verse is sensational.
Fucking sensational.
I can't wait to rewatch it again.
Right. But anyway,
I just wanted to read these couple of things. Latest box office projection for the Marvels indicate disappointing outlook with expected domestic opening of 50 to 75 million, much lower than Captain Marvel's 153.4 million. Pre-sales for the Marvels are significantly behind other recent releases such as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. While lackluster box office predictions are becoming more frequent for the MCU, it's unlikely to have a significant impact on the franchise's overall success, considering their other revenue streams like merchandising and streaming releases.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the deal. Chase is not here, so I'm not going to sit here and say anything bad because he's not here to defend himself. But what I will say is, I told you so. Nobody wants to go see this fucking movie. Mm-hmm. What did I tell you guys from the beginning? Nobody. Yeah. I love Iman Vellani. Teyana Paris, I believe. I hope I said her name right. I love Teyana Paris.
What her name is, but I love you.
We know how I feel about Brie Larson. I'm gonna say it in a second because we're not done talking about her yet.
Love her, thick as shit.
But nobody wants to see this movie because nobody cares about these three characters that much. I'm sorry, we don't. We don't. I love Miss Marvel, but she's one of the most disliked series on it. We enjoyed it,
and that
I enjoyed that.
I love that. I love that show.
I love her.
I actually think the worst part of all of this is that she's like getting like thrown under all of it. Like that's
she's getting stuck with it all.
She's getting lumped into it.
Yeah.
But you know, she's actually amazing. I love the girl.
But you know, Marvel had no choice other than to put her in this movie, right? Because she has such a connection. She has such a connection to Captain Marvel in both the comic books that you had to put her in a movie with her.
Right.
So this is Marvel's doing.
All right. And even though, like, listen, Brie Larson, like all crap aside, like if I'm Brie Larson, like I hate that I'm even involved in this movie.
Of course.
Like I got thrown in, like this isn't even a sequel to my movie. It's a completely different movie.
And I personally don't think
movie.
As much as I love Teyana Paris, but I also think this is probably going to be her last MCU movie if I had to guess. Because I just highly unlikely that Photon sticks around long term, in my opinion, unless she comes back for some Secret Wars cameo or some bullshit like that, which is fine too. But like either way, what I was trying to say is that nobody really like these three characters don't review well. They don't test. Nobody likes them, and it sucks to say that way because again, I love Miss Marvel. I like Teyana Paris's Photon. Nobody really knows who she is yet outside of the WandaVision series, but like, and then. I've told you guys this all along. Captain Marvel was as popular as it was because you had to see it to go watch Endgame. Outside of that, nobody wanted to see that fucking movie because it was dog shit.
It was trickery, man. It was trickery.
It was a horrible movie.
I mean, you know, shout out to Disney for figuring out how to do that, but like also fuck you. Like
right.
Yeah, definitely tricked us into that one.
And do you want to just jump over into the other section of that news?
Yeah, sure.
So now apparently Brie Larson is out here telling people, and I have an article pulled up just because I want to make sure I don't mince any words because people swear I just hate her to hate her when it's not the case. But this is the headline of the article. Brie Larson could be souring on her role, on her Marvel movie role, and she's grown disillusioned, quote unquote, with working with Marvel Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say my piece and I'll let you guys continue from there. This is the perfect storm of what you get in Marvel when you get the wrong actress for the role and then you couple that with a dog shit piece of script writing to make a bad movie. It was doomed to fail from the fucking beginning because the second shit went sour for Brie Larson, do you know what she did? She attacked Marvel fans. She came at us and said, we're all a bunch of fucking incels. So she immediately dissed the group of fans who loved the MCU and wouldn't take it back. Still hasn't apologized to this day. That was years ago. Still hasn't apologized about it. And then now she's saying, "Oh, you guys don't like me." Is that what was that fucking thing that I sent you guys in the group chat? The fucking where they interviewed her. Oh, will you play Miss Marvel again? I don't know. Does anybody want me to play Miss Marvel again or Captain Marvel again? I have no idea. With her eyes big and buggy. No, nobody wants to fucking see you back in the role. Correct. You're right to assume nobody wants to see you back in the fucking mantle. Yeah. Go away, and nobody will fucking care. Right. I promise. Nobody will give a shit. You insulted the fans, and now you're like, oh, why don't you guys like me? Like, come on, man. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. She makes no sense, which is why from the beginning I've been like, nope, don't want anything to do with the fucking character. Nothing to do with her. Don't care about it. So, like, you know what? Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. Goodbye. It's been real. I hope the character in the movie kills you. I hope that's what happens. I hope they kill you off in the fucking movie. Seriously.
Well, I don't. I'd rather see it get recast by somebody who wants to play the role. Look, I don't got nothing personal against Brie Larson. I actually loved her in one of my favorite movies, Scott Pilgrim.
I forgot she was in
Scott Pilgrim. She was in that movie.
Sure was. Played Envy Adams, man.
Yeah.
And it was that long of a role. It was fucking great.
It was good.
And yeah, she just wasn't for her. This
was not the role.
She was didn't she win like an Oscar?
She won. She's an Oscar-winning actress.
She is.
So this wasn't up her alley, and like whoever decided like this was a good look, like somebody to get that slap because
did you see that haircut during Endgame? It was terrible. Like it was just awful.
No, it's just that's what she looked like at home, and she was like, "Look, no, I ain't put on no damn wig. Leave me
alone."
Right? Exactly. That's exactly.
Leave me alone.
And
she's just like her character, massive ego for no reason.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's how she. What did I tell you guys from the beginning? I hate. We've talked about Iman Vellani. Iman Vellani loves this role she is. She's passionate about it. When I watch Brie Larson play Captain Marvel, it's literally like
she could care less.
She could care less about being in a fucking. She's like, I'm here for the paycheck. I'm gonna just come down to earth.
I'm gonna phone it in. I'm gonna phone
it in. I don't care.
And here's the thing, right? Like, she's not even that great because, like, let's say, Robert Downey didn't enjoy playing Iron Man,
but he did it.
But he gave me everything he had when he was on that screen.
Exactly.
Not one Iron Man that I sit there and say, like, man, he half-assed that whole entire
movie.
Yep.
No, never. He played that character all the way through. When he got old and he got tired, he still played the role.
He had to look at a fake Mandarin and pretend they liked that shit. He had to pretend that he liked that shit.
You got everything you could have from Robert Downey Jr. from fucking Iron Man 1 to fucking Endgame. Yeah. Everything you could have asked for from that fucking man. And he didn't like the role for half those movies. So that's the difference to me. Is I could tell from the get-go she wasn't about it. This was not the role for her. Yep. The MCU was not for her. Just is what it is.
Don't kill her. Don't kill her.
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna kill her. I actually think this feeds more into the big Marvel's gonna reboot thing.
Yeah.
Because like one of the big rumors that was going around is that like Kevin Feige wanted to go for his next big three. His next big three were allegedly gonna be Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, Chadwick Boseman's
T'Challa.
Those would have been the big three, right? You have no control over Spider-Man. We all know Chadwick Boseman. Brie Larson sucks.
Tragic. Yeah.
They literally can take this now as an opportunity to not only take all the characters that Kevin Feige's ever wanted and really start the MCU the way that Kevin Feige probably actually wanted to start it and do the MCU with recasting and rebooting and all that stuff. But now they can also flesh out these characters. He can have a different big three or they might even recast Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor like after Secret War. Like, I don't know what he's gonna like. These are everything will be on the table. That's what I'm saying is that like I think this is just feeding into another part of Marvel's gonna reboot after Secret Wars. That's what I think we're working towards.
You could also talk me into a quote unquote soft reboot where it's instead of what we got previously, instead we jump forward with the Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Yeah. Like you can leave all that other crap behind. Like
leave everybody alone.
Give me that side.
Leave them all alone.
Leave everybody else alone and just run me a new fucking X-Men, new storyline of X-Men, not from what we saw on Fox. Right. And then run me a Fantastic Four that starts the MCU quote unquote over again. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I could be talked into that.
You know get Silver Surfer out of that, Doom.
Galactus.
Galactus.
I mean, allegedly Galactus and Silver Surfer and
Doctor Doom. Yeah,
Doctor Doom. Dr. freaking
Victor Von Doom. I mean, like, I think right now, Kevin Feige, to your point, though, like, and I know going back to the beginning of the podcast, we said this, he needs to find Marvel's identity again. So that the identity at first, we all were like, oh, Iron Man, oh, Captain America, those two were primarily a big part of that. Now we need to find those two again. They whiffed with Brie Larson on Captain Marvel. She's not that person. Sorry. Yep. Tom Holland, you don't have control over him. Sony's going to take him back to do a shitty
Whenever
Sinister
they
Six
want.
movie.
Whenever they want.
To do a shitty Sinister Six movie with Morbius and fucking Craven. Cool.
Morbius.
That'll be cool. Good luck with that, Sony. I hope you enjoy that fucking project. And then, obviously Chadwick. RIP. But
I know. It's definitely tough. But all right, well, I guess that's about it, unless anyone else has anything that do you want to mention anything else about Brie Larson, or are you good?
Nope. I said my spiel. I'm happy it's over with. You know what? I have one more thing to mention before we go. The week of November 3rd/4th is going to be fantastic, and the reason why is because I just looked this up before. Blue-Eyed Samurai on Netflix. Ooh. Invincible season 2. and Attack on Titan Part 3.
Oh, is it coming back then?
November 4th, confirmed.
Wow, we got a lot of work to do.
That weekend is going to be astronomical for television.
Oh, let's go.
I'm drinking.
Astronomical for television.
Holy shit. Okay.
Talk about a violent-filled weekend.
Holy crap.
All
right. Well, on that note, what better way to end than that? From myself, Aaron Windeezy, we are the Mancave101 Podcast. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Kick, Rumble. I love the ding. It's all about the ding. We're live every Thursday. Tune in tomorrow for 19 inches of fucking Venom.
Pause.
No, but you know what? We ain't even pausing. Tune in if you want 19 inches of Venom tomorrow, because Aaron is going to take us through Spider-Man, and he's going to platinum that bitch on stream. Like, he's going to take you the whole way through.
Nice.
I'm doing it. Starting tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern. Aaron will get the game at 7 p.m. Eastern and load that shit up.
Probably. God, I'm so upset.
With that being said, take care. Have a fantastic night. Stay nerdy.